He shows very clearly that Alzheimer's is preventable and even at some stages even treatable. If it is not able to get a turnaround, definitely there can be a cessation of the decline in the symptoms. I was talking to a pathologist. She was in her late 60s. She said, I used to do all the testing. She said, we used to consider 350 was perfectly all right. So if you have a cholesterol level of 300, rejoice, you won't get Alzheimer's.
Could a humble kitchen spice really shield your brain from dementia and Alzheimer's? Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, Barbara O'Neill is here to blow your mind with a life-changing revelation about turmeric. This golden spice, packed with the powerful compound curcumin, isn't just for spicing up your meals. It's a brain protector. So why isn't this widely talked about? Stick around to uncover how turmeric could be the secret weapon in fighting neurodegenerative diseases. Number 1. Understanding neurodegenerative diseases. Let's dive into a topic that affects millions of families worldwide: neurodegenerative diseases like dementia and Alzheimer's. These conditions don't just steal memories. They impact every aspect of life, from decision-making to basic daily tasks. Imagine struggling to remember your own name or forgetting how to make a cup of tea. It's heartbreaking, not just for the person experiencing it, but for their loved ones too.
So when someone has Alzheimer's, how's their intellect? It's not very good, is it? How are their reasoning powers? Not very good. How is their judgment? Terrible. And so as you can see, that when someone has Alzheimer's, the part of the brain that is directly affected is the prefrontal cortex.
Overview of dementia and Alzheimer's. Dementia is an umbrella term for disorders that impair brain function, with Alzheimer's being the most common type. It's more than just forgetfulness. It affects thinking, reasoning, and even behavior. The numbers are staggering. Over 55 million people worldwide live with dementia, and that figure is expected to double by 2050.
In the latter years of life, what's happening to people today? They're getting Alzheimer's and dementia. Did you know this is not normal? I've read the Bible and I haven't heard of one case of dementia or Alzheimer's. This is actually a new phenomenon. And it seems to have come right around the time that this fat phobia arose. Stop eating the fat, it'll give you stroke, heart disease, is that right? When did it really get momentum? Maybe about the 70s, 80s?
Alzheimer's disease in particular is caused by the buildup of harmful proteins in the brain, like amyloid plaques and tau tangles. These disrupt communication between brain cells, eventually leading to cell death. The result? A gradual decline in memory and cognitive abilities that worsens over time. The ripple effects extend far beyond the person diagnosed. Caregivers, often family members, face immense emotional and physical strain, juggling between providing care and managing their own lives. The emotional toll can be devastating, making it clear why these conditions are such a pressing global issue.
And Alzheimer's doesn't develop quickly. In fact, some people might think it does because they suddenly start to have some lack of memory, they start to have a few things, but it actually hasn't developed quickly. It's developed over a long time.
Current treatment landscape. Now here's where it gets tricky. Despite decades of research, treatments for dementia and Alzheimer's remain limited. Medications like donepezil and memantine can help manage symptoms temporarily, but they don't stop or reverse the damage. It's like putting a band-aid on a broken bone. It doesn't address the root problem.
Human brain need never deteriorate. This is shocking news for most people. And it should be shocking news because in society today we've got 1,700 new cases of Alzheimer's being diagnosed every week. That's quite alarming, isn't it? And I don't know anyone that wants to go there.
Moreover, these medications often come with side effects like nausea, dizziness, and fatigue. For many, the benefits don't outweigh the drawbacks. This leaves patients and their families searching for alternative ways to cope, from lifestyle changes to natural remedies. What's more, the cost of care is staggering. In the US alone, dementia care costs over $300 billion annually. Families are left grappling with the financial burden in addition to the emotional toll. It's a grim picture, but there's hope on the horizon. Growing interest in new approaches. In recent years, there's been a shift in focus toward prevention and holistic approaches. Researchers are exploring how lifestyle factors like diet, exercise, and mental stimulation can protect brain health. For instance, studies suggest that the Mediterranean diet, rich in fruits, vegetables, and healthy fats, may lower the risk of Alzheimer's. There's also a growing interest in the role of natural compounds. Ingredients like turmeric, rich in curcumin, and antioxidants found in berries are being studied for their potential to reduce inflammation and protect brain cells. In addition, non-drug therapies like cognitive stimulation, music therapy, and even mindfulness practices are gaining traction. These methods might not cure the disease, but they can improve the quality of life and slow its progression. So, while the current treatment landscape has its limitations, the increasing focus on prevention and holistic care gives us something to be optimistic about. It's a reminder that every small step counts when it comes to protecting our brain health. Number 2. Turmeric, the golden spice. Barbara O'Neill has always emphasized the importance of using natural remedies to support health, and turmeric is one of her top recommendations. Known as the golden spice, turmeric has a long-standing history in traditional medicine and has gained recognition in modern health circles for its powerful benefits. According to Barbara, this vibrant spice is more than just a flavor booster. It's a healing agent with transformative potential. Historical significance. Turmeric's roots go deep into Ayurvedic and Chinese medicine, where it has been used for thousands of years. Barbara explains that in Ayurveda, turmeric was revered as a cure-all spice, tackling everything from digestive troubles to inflammatory conditions. It wasn't just about treating illnesses. Turmeric was seen as a preventive measure, keeping the body balanced and resilient. In traditional Chinese medicine, turmeric was equally significant. Healers valued it for its ability to improve circulation and reduce inflammation, especially in joint-related conditions. These ancient systems of medicine recognized what modern science is only now catching up to: turmeric's incredible capacity to support overall well-being. Barbara often highlights how turmeric's use wasn't limited to internal health. In many cultures, it was applied topically to wounds, used in skincare routines, and even incorporated into ceremonial practices. This multifaceted spice played a key role in maintaining health from the inside out. Introduction to curcumin. The real magic of turmeric lies in its active compound, curcumin. Barbara points out that curcumin is what gives turmeric its striking yellow color and its exceptional healing properties. It's a natural anti-inflammatory and antioxidant, making it a potent tool for combating a range of health issues. Barbara explains that inflammation is a major contributor to many chronic diseases, including neurodegenerative conditions like Alzheimer's. While acute inflammation is a normal part of the healing process, chronic inflammation can damage tissues and cells over time. Curcumin works by targeting these inflammatory pathways, reducing swelling, and protecting cells from harm. Another critical benefit of curcumin, according to Barbara, is its antioxidant power. Oxidative stress, caused by free radicals, can accelerate aging and contribute to diseases, especially those affecting the brain. Curcumin neutralizes these free radicals, helping to shield the brain from damage. What makes curcumin even more remarkable is its ability to cross the blood-brain barrier. Barbara emphasizes that this unique property allows curcumin to impact brain cells directly, offering protection and potentially slowing the progression of neurodegenerative diseases. Number 3. Curcumin's mechanisms in brain health. Barbara O'Neill often highlights the fascinating ways curcumin works to protect and support brain health. This golden compound is more than just a buzzword in the health world. It's a scientifically backed tool that addresses critical issues contributing to neurodegeneration. Let's break down the key ways curcumin helps your brain thrive. Anti-inflammatory effects. Barbara explains that inflammation is a natural response by the body to protect itself. However, chronic inflammation is a silent villain, especially for the brain. In conditions like Alzheimer's and other neurodegenerative diseases, inflammation can cause chaos, damaging neurons and disrupting brain function.
To get inflammation down, and that's turmeric. Turmeric's a very powerful herb internally to get the inflammation down.
How often or how much?
So a teaspoon 3 times a day.
Sure.
If it's the fresh turmeric, you would triple that dose. If it's dried, then you bring it back.
Curcumin steps in as a natural anti-inflammatory hero. It works by inhibiting specific pathways that fuel chronic inflammation. Think of it as a traffic cop directing the inflammatory mess to slow down and clear out. Barbara emphasizes that curcumin targets key molecules like cytokines, which are known to trigger inflammatory responses in the brain. By calming these reactions, curcumin creates an environment where neurons can function optimally without constant stress. This is particularly important for those at risk of cognitive decline. Barbara stresses that incorporating curcumin into one's routine can proactively reduce brain inflammation and potentially delay the onset of neurodegenerative conditions. Antioxidant properties. According to Barbara, another standout feature of curcumin is its powerful antioxidant properties. Our brains are highly active organs, and with that activity comes the production of free radicals. These unstable molecules can cause oxidative stress, leading to cell damage and accelerating brain aging. Curcumin acts like a shield, neutralizing free radicals before they can cause harm. Barbara often likens it to having a cleanup crew for your brain, constantly working to keep cells healthy and protected. What's more, curcumin doesn't just fight free radicals, it also boosts the body's natural antioxidant enzymes, doubling its protective effects. This dual action is crucial for preserving brain health, especially as we age. By reducing oxidative stress, curcumin helps maintain the integrity of neurons and supports cognitive functions like memory and focus. Amyloid plaque reduction. Barbara says one of the most intriguing aspects of curcumin is its role in combating amyloid beta plaques, one of the key elements of Alzheimer's disease. These plaques form when protein fragments accumulate in the brain, disrupting communication between neurons and eventually killing them. Curcumin tackles this issue on multiple fronts. It prevents the formation of new plaques, breaking the cycle before it can spiral out of control. Additionally, curcumin promotes the clearance of existing plaques, acting almost like a detox agent for the brain. Barbara highlights studies showing that curcumin can bind to amyloid plaques, making them easier for the body to remove. This process not only helps restore normal brain function, but also offers hope for slowing the progression of Alzheimer's disease. Number 4. Scientific evidence supporting curcumin's benefits. Population studies. It's fascinating to see how diet shapes health outcomes across different cultures. In countries like India, where turmeric is a dietary staple, the ratio of Alzheimer's disease is significantly lower compared to Western nations. Researchers attribute this to curcumin, the powerhouse compound found in turmeric. Consuming turmeric regularly, as part of an Asian-style diet, may offer a protective shield for the brain. Barbara O'Neill often emphasizes the importance of curcumin in reducing inflammation and oxidative stress, which are key drivers of neurodegeneration. Interestingly, studies suggest that people who consume curcumin-rich diets tend to have fewer amyloid beta plaques. While the exact mechanisms are still under study, the evidence strongly points to a connection between turmeric consumption and better brain health. The idea is simple. Adding a bit of turmeric to your daily meals might spice up your food and prevent cognitive decline. Clinical trials. Curcumin's potential has extended beyond traditional use and into the lab, where researchers have explored its effects on cognitive health through clinical trials. One study even tested curcumin's effectiveness as a diagnostic tool for Alzheimer's. Scientists developed curcumin-based tracers, capable of binding to amyloid beta plaques in the brain. These tracers emitted strong fluorescent signals, making it easier to identify plaques during imaging. Trials have also shown curcumin's dual role in Alzheimer's management, both as a diagnostic aid and a therapeutic agent. For instance, curcumin derivatives like cranad-58 and cranad-3 can detect soluble and insoluble amyloid beta species, which is essential for early diagnosis. Another promising avenue is retinal imaging, where curcumin fluorochromes have been used to detect amyloid beta deposits. Preliminary results are encouraging, pushing researchers to expand these trials for broader applications. However, Barbara O'Neill often reminds her audience that such breakthroughs, while exciting, require further refinement to ensure effectiveness in real-world scenarios. Number 5. Incorporating turmeric into your diet. Dietary sources. Barbara O'Neill emphasizes that incorporating turmeric into your daily meals doesn't have to be complicated. One of the easiest ways is by adding it to curries and soups. Turmeric not only brings a warm, earthy flavor to dishes, but also turns them into health powerhouses. Stir a teaspoon of turmeric into your vegetable soup or chicken broth, and you're good to go.
Of depression is a chemical imbalance in the brain. Sugar and wheat are the most responsible for a fuel imbalance, and you couple that with caffeine that is the most responsible for a chemical imbalance in the brain.
For smoothies, turmeric pairs wonderfully with fruits like pineapple or mango. Add a pinch of it to your blender with a dash of ginger and a splash of almond milk, and you've got a creamy, golden drink bursting with health benefits. And let's not forget about tea. A simple turmeric tea made with hot water, a squeeze of lemon, and a bit of honey can be a soothing, immune-boosting beverage. Barbara also suggests keeping turmeric as a seasoning for roasted vegetables or rice dishes. A sprinkle here and there can subtly enhance the flavor while boosting its nutritional profile. The idea is to use turmeric in its most natural form whenever possible. Enhancing absorption. Here's something most people don't know. Turmeric on its own isn't easily absorbed by the body. This is where black pepper steps in as a game changer. Black pepper contains piperine, a compound that increases turmeric's bioavailability by up to 2,000%. So, when you're cooking with turmeric, don't forget to add a pinch of black pepper to ensure your body reaps the full benefits. Another key tip from Barbara is to combine turmeric with healthy fats. Curcumin, the active compound in turmeric, is fat-soluble, meaning it dissolves in fats. This is why you'll often see turmeric paired with the coconut milk or olive oil in recipes. Adding a teaspoon of turmeric to a stir-fry cooked in coconut oil or drizzling olive oil over turmeric roasted vegetables is a simple yet effective way to boost absorption.
People with high cholesterol levels don't get Alzheimer's. Why don't they get Alzheimer's? Because what does the brain love? Fat. So what's a good cholesterol level? Oh, probably 200, 250. So see what's happened? They've got many people on cholesterol-lowering medication. They've got everyone on the fat-free diet. And because you're not getting the feeling of satiation or satisfaction when you eat, the person eats huge amounts of carbs. They've lowered the cholesterol level so they can get more people on cholesterol-lowering medication. And people are eating margarine. Oh, surely all of that has reduced heart disease. No, it's still the #1 killer.
Barbara also mentions that heating turmeric can enhance its benefits. Lightly cooking it in oil or adding it to a simmering dish activates its compounds, making it more bioavailable. Supplementation. If you find it challenging to consume turmeric regularly through food, curcumin supplements might be the way to go. Barbara advises that supplements can provide a concentrated dose of curcumin, especially for individuals dealing with inflammation or other chronic issues. However, she emphasizes the importance of choosing high-quality supplements. Look for ones that include black pepper extract or piperine to enhance absorption. But remember, not all supplements are created equal. Consult a healthcare professional before starting any new supplement regimen, especially if you're on medication or have underlying health conditions. This step ensures you're using curcumin safely and effectively. Incorporating turmeric into your life doesn't have to feel like a chore. With a few tweaks, like adding it to your meals, enhancing absorption with black pepper and fats, or exploring supplementation, you can unlock its full potential for brain health, inflammation reduction, and overall wellness. Number 6. Additional lifestyle strategies for brain health. Barbara O'Neill often stresses that the foundation of brain health lies in what you put on your plate. A diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and omega-3 fatty acids is like premium fuel for your brain. Leafy greens like the spinach and kale are packed with antioxidants that fight oxidative stress, a known contributor to neurodegeneration. Colorful fruits like blueberries and oranges are not just delicious but also packed with vitamins and flavonoids that boost memory and cognitive function. Whole grains, such as oats and quinoa, provide steady energy to the brain by regulating blood sugar levels, ensuring you stay sharp throughout the day. Don't forget omega-3s. Barbara swears by their importance for brain cell structure and communication. Found in foods like salmon, walnuts, and the flax seeds, these healthy fats reduce inflammation and support neural connections, helping to preserve cognitive health. Regular physical activity. Next, Barbara emphasizes that your brain loves movement as much as your body does. Regular physical activity is one of the best ways to enhance blood flow to the brain. When you exercise, your brain gets a fresh supply of oxygen and nutrients, which can help reduce the risk of neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. Exercise also promotes neurogenesis, the process of creating new brain cells. Barbara recommends just 30 minutes of moderate activity daily to see benefits.
There are 3 things today that medicine is showing can stimulate new brain cell growth in the hippocampus part of the brain. 3 shockers. What are the 3 shockers? Fasting, An easy way to do it is to have breakfast like a king, lunch like a queen, then have an 18-hour fast through to the next morning. That's a shocker. It's a shock to the body when the food stops coming. That's one shock. The next shock is finishing every hot shower with a quick cold. That's a shocker. You'll go, it's a shocker. But it's going to stimulate your brain to release the brain-derived neurotrophic factor, new brain cells. Number 3, high-intensity interval training, running for your life for 30 seconds up hills, then having a break and then doing it again. That's a shocker.
Mental stimulation. Your brain is like a muscle. It gets stronger and sharper when you challenge it. Barbara loves to remind us that engaging in mentally stimulating activities can be a game changer for keeping cognitive decline at bay. Whether you're solving puzzles, diving into a good book, or trying your hand at chess, you're giving your brain the workout it craves. Take it up a notch.
There are 2 very famous people that boasted that they only needed 5 hours sleep a night in the last 20 years of their life. They had severe Alzheimer's dementia. Margaret Thatcher and also Ronald Reagan. I think if Margaret Thatcher had heard this lecture, because brilliant mind, and yet the last 20 years of her life, she suffered from Alzheimer's.
Ever thought about learning a new language or picking up a musical instrument? Not only do these boost your skills, but they also rewire your brain, making it more adaptable and resilient. Barbara often says that even trying a new recipe or tackling a tough crossword puzzle can do wonders. Quality sleep. Lastly, quality sleep is crucial. Barbara's advice on sleep is simple but profound. Don't underestimate its importance. Quality sleep is essential for memory consolidation, where your brain organizes and stores the day's information. During deep sleep, your brain clears out toxins, including harmful proteins like amyloid beta linked to Alzheimer's.
10 nights of 6 hours sleep a night doubles your risk of mental illness.
Aim for 7 to 9 hours uninterrupted sleep each night. Barbara suggests maintaining a consistent sleep schedule and creating a relaxing bedtime routine to improve sleep quality. Turning off screens an hour before bed and sleeping in a dark, cool room can also help. Turmeric is more than just a spice. It's a golden shield against dementia and Alzheimer's. By harnessing its incredible benefits and pairing them with a vibrant, healthy lifestyle, you can take meaningful strides towards safeguarding your cognitive health. The journey to a sharper, healthier mind starts with small, intentional choices like this. Are you ready to unlock turmeric's potential and transform your daily routine? Let us know your thoughts below. And don't forget to subscribe for more groundbreaking insights from Barbara O'Neill.